This podcast is brought to you by the law firm of Carlson, Black, O'Callahan, and Battenberg in downtown Madison. Carlson Black specializes in real estate, business, and tax law. Carlson Black is proud to represent the DMI members in helping to build a vibrant and inclusive downtown. Today's guest is Charles McLimans, the president and CEO of the River Food Pantry, an organization using food, resources, and faith to build a stronger community. Charles, how are you?
I'm doing well. Hi, Jason. Hi, friends. Good to see everybody virtually.
Well, welcome. You are the first ever guest on our first video podcast. Is that a vodcast? A video podcast? What do you call that, Charles?
It could be a vodcast if you're drinking vodka, but I think it's just a video podcast. So,
well, as you can see from the sun above us, it is the morning when we're taping.
It is morning.
It's not a vodka podcast this morning. Charles, first and foremost, how are you doing? How are you holding up? Your family health doing well?
Doing well. It's continuing to go in for those of us who are essential workers, going in still on a daily basis. And my partner is as well, a healthcare professional. And so, but we're blessed and, keeping safe and doing everything that we can to keep the people that are around us safe as well. So I'm thankful for that.
Wow, we're absolutely thankful for the work you're doing. And, same here. We're feeling very privileged to have our health, my family's health. And we're privileged to be able to have conversations with community leaders like you. The first question is, how has COVID-19 affected the River Food Pantry?
Yeah, so, when we saw the University of Wisconsin closing down, we knew that it was, starting to get really serious. We put our first level of contingency plans in place. I mean, we had contingency plans in place before for the, snowmageddon, all of the polar vortices that we were having the year before. So we kind of had a little bit of a game plan going from that. But then shortly thereafter, when we heard, Madison Metropolitan School District were closing down, that's when our next level of contingency went into place. And so first level, we stopped all of our hot meal program and our clothing and household program just to limit the number of people coming in. And then we were only limiting at first having 25 people at a time come in to shop. The second level that continues now is that we went to curbside grocery delivery service. And so whether it's drive up, walk up, but using boxes and supplementing those boxes, getting that food out. Our mobile lunch program, Munch, that stands for Madison Unites to Nourish Children at Home, continues to operate in 9 high needs North Side neighborhoods. So we're out 6 days a week delivering the mobile lunch to kids who are out of school and their families. And so we're doing between 200 we had up to 450 lunches one day, delivering them. And normally that consists of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a meat and cheese sandwich. Our regular Munch coordinator is in a high risk group, and so she's staying at home and working from home, doing admin work for us. But our chef, we have a wonderful full-time chef, Chef Chris, actually took over that program and has been doing a lot of innovative things for the kids, like chicken wings and fresh carrots this past week that went out he did bacon cheeseburgers last week. We've collaborated with Ian's Pizza to deliver pizza to the kids. So just trying to give them keeping it fun and getting some good food to them. So we also limited the number of volunteers that we could use on site. We asked our volunteers age 60 and up to just take a break for now. And as you can imagine, a lot of our really core supporters who provide a lot of service for us on a daily, weekly basis do fit in that group. But we've encouraging younger, healthy volunteers who are not in a high risk group to sign up, and people can sign up via our website directly at riverfoodpantry.org and see the opportunities both for our Munch program and for helping with our grocery distribution on site. We do have slots open for that. And then, of course, we established right away a COVID-19 emergency food fund and have been accepting donations for that. I was on a call with a bunch of providers across the city, from the city to the county to the food banks to all of the other major food pantries that we have a weekly standing call. School district is on that, and United Way 211 was on that as well. And United Way 211 is kind of a central resource for people to go and get ask for assistance, whatever that may be, whether it's food or shelter or clothing or mental health services. But they said in the past month, 60% of their calls are food related. And so we know that unprecedented numbers of people that are unemployed, unprecedented numbers of people who have never needed or had to look for a food pantry before are seeking that out. Stimulus checks didn't start arriving until last week. And so a number of people were just trying to navigate a system that they were very unfamiliar with.
One conversation I had with the great Renee Moe, the executive director and president of United
Our
Way,
friend.
she told me that 300% increase in 211 calls. And the vast majority, just as you said, 60% of those calls were having questions about food. How has that affected River Food Pantry and the whole network? You must be seeing much higher numbers, unfortunately, people who knew.
It is. It's the entire emergency food system. I'm sure you guys have been, seeing the reports. It is happening, and so it's we've all been experiencing about a fourfold increase. Normally, on a normal busy month, and we always have we always seem to be busy, but we normally have about 150 new people enrolling for the first time for our services. That has quadrupled over the past month. But again, over the past month, thanks to our very generous supporters, we were able to distribute over 300,000 pounds of emergency food to about 2,000 individual households. So the community continues to step up and to be generous. United Way is doing a great job. Second Harvest, is and CAC, the Community Action Coalition, the two food banks in our community are just doing a tremendous amount of work. And there's a really great collaboration that is going on throughout our community that we're seeing. Everybody working together and sharing resources and just responding. We have volunteers, a number of people, as you can imagine, are homebound. We have a partnership with Newbridge called Food Bridge that was started last fall, and it is designed for homebound seniors, older adults age 60 and up, who are at 150% of the federal poverty level. That is, that they receive $18,000 a year or less of gross income. That was originally supposed to be a pilot project that would accommodate up to 70 households in 1 year, and we've seen that almost triple since this has begun. Clearly, we don't want older adults who are in a highly vulnerable population to go out of their house, but a lot of people are just scared to go out. They have other health issues why they can't go out, and so we've had a lot of volunteers stepping up and doing delivery services. There's a group that is working on trying to develop a network of delivery services that anybody could call. We're helping them to pilot it for a vulnerable population, but that you need groceries, you need food from a restaurant. They're trying to set this up and take it network wide. So there's a lot of innovation going on right now and a lot of collaboration. So it's great to see our community coming together to make this happen.
I think that's a really important point. The next question I have is, this is a very, very difficult situation, right? The numbers that you're giving us, this is, people are in very difficult times, and you are doing a great job of providing services. So what are the good things that have come out of this for your organization and for the community? It sounds like more people are volunteering, more people are giving, but what are those innovations and what are those good things that you've seen come out of this crisis?
Yeah, and that's what really keeps me motivated. I turn the news off, right? Because it's you know, you can read it, but just to see that constant cycle is pretty depressing. But I have, you know, I'm blessed every day to just see selfless service and sacrifice from so many people. Whether it is we have, you know, part of our staff, you know, those who can, working from home to keep them safe, but a lot of our people are on the front lines on a daily basis, just have continued to do a tremendous job. So from my own team, and our team includes, of course, volunteers. We do have volunteers coming in on a daily basis that really inspire me. Just hearing the gratitude from our community members when we are out there, they just say, you know, thank God you're here. Thank God you are here to you know, thank you for being here. And just staying connected with our donors and volunteers. You know, we get a lot of comments when somebody donates online. They have the ability to leave a comment, and just really powerful comments of support from our community, and demonstrations of support from our community. And then, as I mentioned, people collaborating and working together, not in competition. That is just a true spirit of collaboration and of community service and of selflessness. And so there are really bright spots. You know, I know we have a number of our businesses that have, like some of the larger businesses, like Exact Sciences and Epic, that have retooled operations to continue to, you know, respond and help with this crisis. And then, you know, all of our healthcare professionals and emergency workers that are also doing tremendous sacrifice. So those are all bright spots, and all of us learning to stay connected while staying apart, and having the technology to do that is also a great blessing.
Well, I would be remiss not to say thank you for the work that you're doing. And I think you're absolutely right. The community is coming together. And I'm hoping that these good parts of the community we're seeing will help with that restarting and that reimagining, so we create a better world for everyone. And so that we are taking care of all members of our community. And Charles, you've known you for years. You are someone that has always lived by that. And so
Thank you, Jason.
Work. Well, I absolutely want to know, how can DMI and how can the DMI members help right now? What resources? Are there virtual volunteering opportunities, regular volunteering opportunities, resources that our members can help provide? And how can they do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great question. And, you know, as a proud DMI member, I really appreciate, you know, number one, the support that we get, all the members get from DMI, and thank you for, you know, providing this opportunity to share our message. I would say go to our website, riverfoodpantry.org. There is a wealth of resources there. How to sign up for volunteers. Individuals can go on there and sign up for volunteers just through our website to see the slots that are open. Our Facebook page as well has, we keep that really updated. We have a great communications person. We feed a lot of content. So there are videos. If you want to see, well, what are they doing? You can actually go on and see videos of what's going into the boxes and how it's going out. So for people who are willing and, you know, wanting to go out, who are not in a high risk group, they can sign up as individual volunteers for our mobile lunch program. We know that some companies are doing, we're not asking for donations right now from individuals to bring them in. It's like having somebody bring them from their home. But some companies are doing like food drive or personal care essentials or cleaning products. They could do that. Some people are making masks. So we've had a number of people bring in homemade masks that we can use for our staff volunteers. If we have any extra, we're giving them out to our clients as well. Other ways that anybody can volunteer virtually is by being an ambassador for us, going online and following us in social media. And if you like what we do, amplify that effect and send that out to your network, and just say, hey, this is an organization that is doing great work and supporting. And there's many of us, as I mentioned, that are in the community doing that. But to help amplify our voice is really important. So yeah, and of course prayers.
Absolutely. We will be sending all our prayers, our positive energy, our good karma your way for all the great work you do. Charles, we cannot thank you enough. Today's guest on the Downtown Down Low has been Charles McLimans, the president and CEO of the River Food Pantry. Thank you, Charles, so much for being here today, for all your hard
Thanks,
work.
guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you as well to our sponsors, Carlson, Black, O'Callahan, and Battenberg, a law firm in downtown Madison, doing everything it can to make downtown Madison inclusive for our whole community. Hope you can join us soon for our next video podcast. Have a good day, and we'll see you soon.